This episode is brought to you by Merrill. Join one of the most iconic names in wealth management, Merrill. You'll be part of a dynamic team of advisors and specialists working hard every day to grow their clients' wealth. And with the support of best-in-class research, advanced digital tools, and the resources of a global institution, it's truly an opportunity you can be bullish about. Learn more at careers.bankofamerica.com. Copyright 2024, Bank of America Corporation.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, Greater Riches Than Wealth by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. We're going to jump right into our post for today as we optimize your life. Greater Riches Than Wealth by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com. The love of money is the root of all evil. From both personal experience and personal observation, I believe that statement to be true. Many a man or woman in love with money has compromised principle in order to obtain wealth. No doubt you've seen it as well. There's just one problem with this helpful proverb. We're quite sure the warning doesn't apply to us. I mean, we'd never lie, cheat, or steal to gain more money. Therefore, the warning must be for someone else, probably the wealthy. Herein lies the problem. Nobody ever admits to loving money. Everybody just wants more of it. In America, if you ask a room full of people who wants to be rich, almost every hand gets raised. The desire for wealth is almost a foregone conclusion in our society. So much so, in fact, anybody who claims that they don't want more is quickly labeled a madman, a liar, or misinformed. But I don't think this assumption concerning our relentless pursuit of money should go unchallenged. It might be a helpful exercise to measure our desires and weigh them against the alternative. So let me pose a question. What if the desire for money could be entirely removed from our lives? What riches might stand on the other side? What benefits would we discover? Allow me to offer 7. Number 1, happiness can be discovered. The studies always come out the same. Once our most basic physical needs are met, money adds very little happiness to our lives, even though we always assume it will. Zig Ziglar said it like this: money won't make you happy, but everybody wants to find out for themselves. Once we remove the desire for money, we are free to discover that happiness has been available to us all along. Number 2, security can be found elsewhere. Research from Margaret Clark, a professor of psychology at Yale, tells us that human beings look for security in 2 places: possessions and relationships. When one is abundant, the other receives less priority. As we shift the focus of our lives away from the accumulation of more and more money, we may just find that genuine relationships with other people provide far more security and fulfillment than possessions ever can. Number 3, the negative influence of wealth becomes more apparent. Most of us fear poverty, but very few ever consider the negative consequences of wealth. Pride, arrogance, isolation, lack of empathy, and the clouding of moral judgment, just to name a few. Again, we're quick to dismiss the notion that money would ever have that type of influence on us, because we imagine our life would only be better with more money. We never stop to even consider if that's true. Number 4, work would take on a new focus. If the pursuit of wealth was removed from our affections, we may change our career entirely and choose to do something more fulfilling for 40 hours per week. Doesn't that sound nice? But even if we didn't change our work assignment, our focus would still change. We may care less about the paycheck and care more about doing a good job for the sake of doing a good job. Or maybe for the sake of the person we're serving in our occupation. Work would no longer be selfish. It would become selfless. Number 5, generosity could begin today. Generosity benefits the receiver, but it also rewards the giver. Those who are generous with their money and their time take hold of a life that is fully lived. They make the world better and their lives fuller. Too often we fall into the thinking if we made more money, we would become more generous. But the statistics don't support that presumption. Generosity is more about priorities than it is about income. Number 6, contentment would become attainable. Those who have all they need, like food, clothing, and shelter, but still constantly desire more, prove their discontent. It's displayed in the items they pursue. I realize that removing the desire for wealth does not necessarily result in contentment. Passions can still be directed elsewhere, but it's a great start. And number 7, regret is more easily avoided. People who want to get rich fall into a trap that often leads to ruin and regret. They make sacrifices with their time and energy to secure more wealth. They're quick to neglect their family, their health, or their soul. They make small sacrifices every day in order to make more money. But in the end, they will discover that they traded the most important for the least. Rejecting an unquenchable desire for more opens up our life to regain focus on the things that truly matter. This post is not a chastisement of those with money. That would include most of us. And this is also not an argument against hard work, compensation, or earning money. Instead, this is a post designed to open up a conversation on this blog and in our minds. A conversation about the role of money in our lives. And it's a call to reevaluate our seemingly insatiable desire for more of it. You just listened to the post titled Greater Riches Than Wealth by Joshua Becker of becomingminimalist.com. And I'll be right back with my commentary. Buy low, sell high. It's easy to say, hard to do. For example, high interest rates are crushing the real estate market right now. Demand is dropping and prices are falling, even for many of the best assets. It's no wonder the F.I.R.E flagship fund plans to go on a buying spree, expanding its billion-dollar real estate portfolio over the next few months. You can add the F.I.R.E flagship fund to your portfolio in just minutes and with as little as $10 by visiting fundrise.com/OFD. That's FUNDRISE.com/OFD. Carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the F.I.R.E flagship fund before investing. This and other information can be found in the fund's prospectus at fundrise.com/flagship. This is a paid advertisement.
So what's it like to buy your first cryptocurrency on Kraken? Well, let's say I'm at a food truck I've never tried before. Am I gonna go all in on the loaded taco? No, sir. I'm keeping it simple, starting small. That's trading on Kraken. Pick from over 190 assets and start with the $10 in your pocket. Easy. Go to Kraken.com and see what crypto can be. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss. Cryptocurrency services are provided to U.S. and U.S. territory customers by Payward Interactive Inc., PWI, DBA Kraken. View PWI's disclosures at kraken.com/legal/disclosures.
I think when someone is hyper-focused on financial goals, they likely have misunderstood the purpose of money. Money is a tool. We can use it to build a life focused on what matters. But money is ultimately not what matters. If your goal is to amass a large sum of money, then I would encourage you to consider a bigger goal. Money is only as valuable as your clarity on how you'll use it and your comfort level of how much is enough. If you're just accumulating money with no plan on how you'll use it and you have an endless desire for more, I feel this is a wasted opportunity. This is why some people feel that wealth is wasted on the rich. Money creates options and opportunities and could do so much good in the world. But when you hoard it out of fear or ego or other forms of scarcity, you're essentially wasting it. There is little utility in making more money that you don't need. And as this article demonstrates, the endless pursuit of accumulating more money comes with opportunity costs. I think everyone goes through seasons of life where they focus on their finances, but there is great benefit to being able to move past that and focus energy and intention around more important things in life, like your health, relationships, and meaningful ways to use your time. But that should do it for today. Thank you for being a subscriber or follower of the show and sharing it with others. It really goes a long way to keep this podcast going. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.